Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Legends Never Die podcast. This is your host, Hunter Frugier, alongside co-hosts Dustin and Matt in the house today. Frank on the computer as always, and I can't wait to get this episode started. We're 1 week closer to football season, less than 28 days now, I believe, or less than 30 days roundabout. So we're getting close. Cannot wait.
Yeah, our big draft is at the end of this month. I'm excited.
Oh, yeah.
I hate that I'm going to have to miss the league this year. Pretty pissed. Dustin spoke for me and already got me the boot. I could have virtual draft or something, which never goes well, but oh well. I'll suck it up. I'll have fun in Austin.
Yeah. That league, that's the one you got to walk up and put the name on the board.
Yeah, it's live. You got to be there, all that. But I'm going to kick off this week's episode with something awesome that I just seen before the show started. Congrats to the Raiders. I was about to say Oakland
Raiders.
On that new freaking stadium, man. Allegiant Stadium, which is an airline company that's on the come up, they agreed to be the sponsor, so they'll pay $20 to $25 million per year to have their name on the side of that building, pretty much. You think that's something ridiculous? How much do you think the stadium cost?
Probably like I don't even know, a couple $100 million.
$5 billion.
$1.9 billion. $5 billion, you're crazy. You could build anything
billions,
for that.
But I was like, nah,
you build a freaking airport for that.
That's how much Jerry's
They could have built a new
airport.
Nah, it was $1 billion. This is the most ever. It was more than Mercedes-Benz and Jerry's World.
Heck yeah,
But anyways, that's pretty cool. We'll jump right into football season, though, and we'll talk about a few little concerns we have. Last week, we talked about some of the contract holdouts, and a few of those guys end up signing. But my number one concern right now, I'm concerned for my eyes. First of all, because if I see another picture of Antonio Brown's feet, I will not be on the podcast next week.
Yeah, apparently he got frostbite on his feet from being in a cryotherapy chamber and not wearing the right shoes is what they're saying.
What an idiot.
He'll be trying to sue the cryotherapy company, I'm sure.
Yeah, what an idiot. Antonio Brown's never been too intelligent. He fell close to the tree.
Yeah, y'all saw on Hard Knocks where his kid said, Dad, where's Roethlisberger? He said, he's not our quarterback no more, son. Derek is. He said, who's Derek? He said, Derek Carr. He said, can you say Derek Carr? He said, Derek Carter? He said, no, Derek Carr. And all the comments were saying on the post, they were like, he's going to be asking where Roethlisberger is come about week 4. Daddy's going to be asking where he is. Major step down, in my opinion, from Roethlisberger
the
to
arm
Derek
talent's
Carr.
there.
Yeah, the forehead's there, too. Other concerns I got this year, I was informed prior to the show that Melvin Gordon has requested a trade out of L.A.
Yep. I'm hoping he goes somewhere nice. I'm thinking like, I don't even know what I'm thinking.
Like San Francisco. I'm thinking like Miami.
San Francisco would have to trade
They have Tevin Coleman as their RB1.
Tevin Coleman, Jarek McKinnon, who they're paying.
Breda,
yeah, they're not.
I mean, if he wants out of L.A., why would he move to San Francisco?
He wants out of L.A. because they're not paying him, not because he don't like the area, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Where
else would be a good fit? I mean, I'm sure Dustin would love to see him in the Patriots uniform, of course.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we'll give him Sony Michel. I mean, but that's all we can give him.
Yeah, it's going to be a trade. I'm looking forward to seeing where he goes, and his draft stock right now is on hold until we see. Another major draft stock on hold, I'll let Matt speak on this, is Zeke Elliott. How high do you draft him until he holds out, until he goes to a camp?
I take Zeke 8th and below.
I wanted to take him 1 overall, but you got to sign a contract before I do all that.
1.
I mean, he's
got to lead the league in rushing yards, no doubt about it.
2 out of his 3 years.
I'm having a stroke. I'm having a stroke.
He's definitely consistent at the RB position. You know what you're getting.
300 plus carries.
Yeah. Getting 20 points a week. I want 30 a week. Gurley, Le'Veon.
But nobody
AK.
gets 30 a week. They get 40 and then they get 15.
That's
they get 40 and 20, which averages 30. But nobody's averaging 30 a week this year. Not at the RB position, at least. But Zeke, I don't know, man. I'm not even drafting him with the running back talent there until he signs with a team. I take McCafferey over him. I take a few of those other low, late-round first guys over him.
I'm taking Mac number 1 overall, baby.
Oh my goodness.
He's good and juiced up. He got him some steroids. Have you seen
So
him
you
lately?
take him over Alvin Kamara, the better offense in the division, the better team in the division, the better running back in the division,
Yep.
the better O-line. You're still
Just
taking him?
because the Saints have already said Latavius Murray's still the first down back.
Lies. That
He's
is
gonna
that
do
is a lie.
exactly
So
what
does that
Ingram
mean
done.
Kamara's the first round scat back or flex? That's what that means. That don't mean he's not going to
No.
be on the field.
He's gonna
I swear
be,
to
he's gonna
God,
have
he
the
will not be the
same
first round back. I bet you my
same
life on it.
production as he's had the last 2 years.
Don't believe it.
They
Don't
didn't
believe
pay
it.
Latavius
Latavius
Murray.
is not Mark
They
Ingram.
paid him more than they paid Ingram.
Yeah, but Ingram was also, that was back in the day.
Let me tell you, like I've told you every year, they don't pay you to sit the bench. It don't happen.
They do when you got Alvin Kamara, the best running back in the league.
They can't play 3 downs.
Yeah, I
'cause
guarantee
he's
he does.
undersized.
Nah. It don't matter if you're undersized if they can't catch you, if they can't even touch you.
Shoot, he got his bell rung last year numerous
Oh,
times.
yeah, he's best running back, in my opinion, in the whole damn league. Anyways, on to the next. Todd Gurley. Concerned. How concerned are you?
I don't know. Dustin just took him in the first round in this latest mock draft. He says the knee's healthy, quote unquote.
When he
I mean,
practices.
Yeah. Which, obviously, they're not going to practice him every day this early in camp.
Definitely
I
not.
agree.
But as long as that knee's healthy, if they were to come out and say Todd Gurley's 100%, I would slap Todd Gurley's name on the board first. If they said he's 100%.
He was the number one player in fantasy last year, wasn't
Yeah, 2 years in a row.
he? Yeah, overall. Can you believe I saw one analyst had him in the tier 3 of running backs? Had him below the Nick Chubbs, the Dalvin Cooks.
But the thing is, every morning he wakes up and his knee's different. One day he wakes up, he's perfectly fine.
See, there is my concern. So I would say yes, more concerned than I am less concerned.
But if he
They
goes
could say
a-
all they want until I see him
if he
step on the
goes-
field week 1.
if he goes an extended period of time practicing, then yes, I'll be confident enough.
Also a concern, number 2 overall pick this year in the draft, Nick Bosa carted off the field with an MRI injury, or an MRI for an ankle injury. He suffered multiple injuries throughout his career. We know he missed majority of his college career at Ohio State this past season. So how concerned are y'all there for the defensive line in San Fran?
Me, really, I'm concerned for Nick, and because San Francisco's one of my teams for this year. But I could care less about a defensive end, really, if we're being honest. I don't think a defensive end really makes that much of a difference.
A number 2
Shit.
overall pick, though?
Yeah.
It
Nah.
definitely makes that much of a difference.
J.J. Watt did not make that much of a difference to Houston Texans. Said no one ever.
I mean, they didn't do nothing with him.
That
Name-
ain't
name
one
a
They
player.
made the playoffs with him, and
Here's
they're
what
trash
you
without
here's
him.
what you got to remember. Name me a D end on the Patriots team.
You
Exactly.
got me there.
Yeah, got me there. We'll get to that in a minute. All right, what else we got? We got, speaking on the Patriots, Dustin's over here wearing his damn Patriots jersey. I might rip it off and throw it in the trash by the end of the show if he keeps throwing his
Dude.
hands around. Tom Brady's new contract.
Dude walks into the hair salon today. I'm getting my hair cut and groomed for the show, get my makeup put on, and dude comes in. Dude comes in. He's like, "Oh, bro, you got to take that off." In this hair salon, I'm like, "Huh." Funny. He's like, "Saints Nation, baby, who dat?" and runs out the door. The UPS mailman. Or the UPS guy.
What if he come back in and busted your ass, like?
Yeah, that'd have been funny.
Tom Brady, though. That is too funny. Tom Brady, though, signs an extension. 6th highest paid quarterback in the league. We've always known him to be very humble. Lets the team build around him to pay other players. So very smart. It obviously is a working, winning method. But that new contract is through the 2021 season. We're going into the 2019 season. So Tom Brady is playing 3 more seasons in the NFL. His 42nd birthday was the other day. He will be 45 years old and an active NFL player.
They only actually extended him 1 year because he still had.
Yeah, I
The
know,
1 year.
but through the 2021 season. So that's 3 more years.
Congrats to my good friend Tom.
He might die on the football field, fellas.
Hey, Jamal Adams said that there's no place he'd rather die.
Damn, that's some real shit. All right, so that's it with the TB12 contract. We got another big joke here, aside from him dying on the field. Kaepernick says he's still ready to play on an NFL team.
That is a joke.
That's a joke right there. That's headliner for my next comedy bit. Josh Gordon, reinstatement, filing. Will they get him?
Oh, yeah. Easy.
He'll be back.
Back a
back.
Patriot?
Yeah.
The Patriots want him.
Tom Brady throws the football with him all the time at UCLA. Him?
Do you,
You
want
wanna
him
know-
on your
you
on
wanna
your
know
fantasy
who?
squad
You
though?
want to know who Tom Brady was working out with at UCLA the other day?
Who?
Him, Josh Gordon, and Rob Gronkowski running routes and throwing passes.
Gronk's Dunskies, though.
Yeah.
Gronk ain't done. The only thing that would keep Gronk from coming back, because all these experts think Gronk's going to come back right before the playoffs. The only thing that would keep Rob Gronkowski from coming back is if he can even pass a physical. And he's
I don't think
he's still
Gronk's
lifting
coming
every
back.
day. He's still in tremendous shape.
I don't know. I think he's done. I think he's having fun. Coming back for the playoffs, that's kind of crazy. I've never heard of anyone doing
That's
that.
about as a conspiracy theory if I've heard
Yeah,
one.
that
there.
would be
But-
some Gronk shit, though, so
No,
I ain't
that'd
going
be
to
some
sit here.
Patriots. That'd be us, man. We'll do anything.
That'd be
bro.
us.
We'll do anything. We're going to put a bounty on Drew this year. Saints are our number one threat. Drew's done.
Yeah, right. Speaking of the Saints, though, our boy Mike Thomas got paid the day after the show. 5-year extension, $100 million, $20 million a year. Highest paid wide receiver in the league. And you
Crazy,
simply can't guard Mike.
Let me-
125 receptions last year. The most receptions ever for a wide receiver through his first 3 seasons.
Dude,
So you simply can't guard Mike. I know Breeze has a lot to do with that, but
that
damn,
record gets broke every time a new receiver comes up.
it ain't getting broke
It was
no more,
it was
though.
Jarvis, then it was Odell.
And then it
then
was
it was
Mike
Mike.
Thomas by a shitload. Usually you say Mike by 10. It was Mike by ridiculous. I don't see it getting broke anytime soon.
Easy.
What receiver's going to do it this year that's going to be the trendsetter?
There
Or
ain't
what
no-
second-year receiver's looking good? Juju?
My boy Mark Juju's
Juju got a
he's
chance to
going
break
his
it?
third year.
Yeah, I know. Does he
Yeah.
have a chance to break it? How many catches would he need?
I think he almost led the league last year in catches.
Yeah, I know.
bro,
So maybe it is a
Juju
record meant to be
stands
broken.
on the line of scrimmage and catches the ball. I don't want to hear none of that.
Yeah, but I mean, I want Hollywood Brown to be good, but he got Lamar Action Jackson throwing them the ball.
Yeah, I heard they've been working on Lamar's arm.
Yeah, they need to work on it.
Like scientists have been working on it, trying to figure out a way for this motherfucker to throw. Because he can't.
Yeah.
All right, what we got next? NFL Top 100. I know Dustin was a little salty, and here's my moment to talk a little trash. Big boy, Big Daddy Drew Brees, number 9, best quarterback of all time, obviously, voted on by the players. Number 2, Tom Brady, number 6. What you think? Number 1 quarterback in the league, Drew Brees, Drew Nasty.
I think
Over Mahomes, over Brady.
it's voted on by the players. And it-
Exactly,
and it's-
so the
and
players think
it's
players
by
think they're the
yearly-
best.
It's by a year-to-year thing, and Drew had a better season than Tom, so obviously he should be up there.
But Drew didn't have a
But-
better season than Mahomes.
But as bad as I hate him, Patrick Mahomes should have been number 1.
I don't know. I think it's more than just a yearly thing.
No,
They
it's a
do it
yearly
every
thing.
year. I don't think that means it's a yearly thing. though.
Yeah, but the players have it in their mind, so.
So
they're
the players
past-
think Drew Brees is better than Tom Brady, fair and
They
square.
might think so. They might hate on Tom Brady.
They
I'm
probably
thinking the
do
same
because he
thing.
beats them every time.
I'm thinking the same thing, but on the top 100, Aaron Donald number 1. Do y'all agree? He's that
Agreed.
guy.
No.
Who would be number 1
He
then?
plays defensive tackle.
He had 20 sacks.
From defensive tackle.
Yeah,
But
the
let me-
most
let
ever
me
by
tell you
DT.
Fighting double teams every
Let me tell you
snap.
something. You call on a draft, every team goes blank. You call on a draft, Aaron Donald don't go top 30 in a draft if they redraft teams.
Well,
It like
no, you gotta
completely
get a
every team's
quarterback.
blank.
Yeah, I don't
A
know.
defensive tackle is irrelevant.
But he's a game changer at the same time. He's made the
Nah,
Rams
yeah,
what
he's
they
a
are.
beast for sure.
He's
You're
good.
tripping.
He's good, and he's the best defensive player. Not even close. It ain't even close. But you can't tell me that the best quarterback in the league would be less valuable to his team than Aaron Donald.
But it's voted on by the players. Who do they go to bed at night and have nightmares about? You don't have nightmares about Drew Brees and Tom Brady.
Well,
you may have fairy tales about
think,
Tom Brady.
You also
probably.
got to think, players probably hate on quarterbacks. They make more money. They get all the fame. Why wouldn't you hate on them?
They get all the credit, but they get all the
respect
blame.
them the most too. So
Nah.
it goes hand in hand. I don't know. I think Aaron Donald was deserving. What do you think, Matt? Yes or no?
I
Simple
think
as
he
that.
was, yeah.
Yeah, number 1 in the league. So I'm sure Dustin also disagrees. Khalil Mack, number 3.
Dude,
Yeah.
no, he's
Third
a beast
best player.
too.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
freaking wrecking
should-
ball.
One
should have been-
stiff arm and
It should have been Mahomes, Breeze, Brady. Mahomes, Breeze, Brady, Donald.
Julio.
Nah.
AB was number 1 receiver.
Yeah, see, that right there just shows you the list is bullcrap.
Well, it's voted on by the players. That's why I like it so much, rather than it being a
Let's-
panel of people who don't even play freaking football voting on the best damn players in the league. I think that's bullcrap. So I like the way the system
you
is.
see-
I don't like Aaron Rodgers being in the top 10 this year, though. He didn't have a top 10 year. If it's going off a yearly basis, he is a top 10 player, but not a top 10 year.
Yeah, and that's why I can't take this list
Same
serious.
with Von Miller, man.
I
He
can't.
kinda-
I can't take
I don't
this
think he
list
was top
serious
10.
because you can't tell me if they're going year by year. Here's the most disrespectful thing I've ever seen. Pointed out by the GOAT, Colin Coward. Baker Mayfield was listed on the list ahead of Deshaun Watson.
Oh, yeah, bet. Baker, that mustache. I have nightmares about that mustache.
Yeah,
That dude is filthy.
yeah. Except
He's the best
Deshaun
quarterback in the
Watson's-
league this year.
Deshaun Watson's stats
He will have a better year than
shredded.
Mahomes.
shredded Baker Mayfield's stats last year.
Yeah, he also missed a couple games.
No, he
Baker.
didn't.
He didn't even start the season at quarterback.
Two games, but he threw like 15 picks. Deshaun Watson was like 28 and 29 touchdowns, 5 picks.
Yeah, Deshaun Watson also chokes. Big
Don't
time.
choke.
I think he chokes. I think he's overrated. Madden also thinks he's
Also-
overrated. They had
also,
him they didn't
another-
even have him a top 10 quarterback on Madden.
Also,
20.
another fair
He
point.
was sick.
Another fair point that was made. Houston got the worst O-line in the league. Houston and Arizona. Boom.
Yeah, okay, give me this then. Who's the second best quarterback in the AFC South? Obviously, Luck's number 1. Is it Foles or Watson?
Watson.
I don't know.
I think it's Watson for sure.
It's
The
debatable.
Eagles just make things too difficult for Wentz. They
All
want
right,
him to
let's
be
shift
a
it
hero.
up. Let's shift it up then while we're talking about that. Best division in both the NFC and AFC. I'll kick it. I'm going South in both. AFC South to begin with, because every team in that division has an equal chance of winning the playoffs, I believe, this year. Colts obviously a front runner, but I guarantee you they're still not even like a minus 200 favorite on the books. So I wouldn't say they're that big of a favorite. Colts are going to go 10 wins. Texans have a chance to go 9-10 wins. Titans are always 1 week out of the playoffs, 1 game out of the playoffs. And Jaguars are going to come up heavy this year. Every team in that division has a good chance. So give me that in the South, AFC, and then obviously NFC South, toughest division in football year in and year out. You have 3 playoff teams almost every single year, and I think Atlanta's really going to improve this year and make it tough on New Orleans. And Carolina, I hate them. My least favorite team in the league by far, aside from the Patriots. But you got to give credit to them; they're solid. So I
They
think
were
and
weak last
Buccaneers are going to kind of come up this year. So I think that's the toughest in the NFC,
I think
based
they're-
off of all 4 teams being good, not just a division that's top heavy. All teams being equal.
I'd be willing to say that they're the second worst division in the NFC.
Well, I mean,
Behind the
there's
Cowboys.
5 divisions, 4 divisions.
Behind the Cowboys.
The Cowboys division. They got the worst division. It ain't
Only
even
because we
close.
got the Giants. Chill out now.
Yeah. And the
Giants
Redskins.
Hey, the Redskins are coming up. Chill
No, they're
out.
not.
Yeah, they will.
I'll believe it when I see it.
They
Who's
will.
their
a little
starting
bit.
quarterback week 1?
Haskins.
Is
They
he
got
for
him
sure
listed
starting?
third string.
Dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Who's starting?
Yeah, they came out with their first depth chart the other day.
I
He's
don't
third
give a
string.
damn about the training camp depth chart.
I do.
Who's your division?
Mine is the AFC South and the NFC North.
NFC North with who?
Chicago,
Packers, and Minnesota.
Minnesota, and then Detroit is the worst team in the division.
Detroit's gone.
You gotta go across the
up a little
board.
bit.
You have a
too.
compelling point. Detroit versus Bucks. Detroit's better.
And also you take Saints.
But I think you take the top 3 in Saints, and they beat the top 3 in.
no, Chicago would
NFC
kill
North.
Carolina and Atlanta,
Yeah.
and Green Bay would beat Carolina
Yeah, but
and
Saints
Atlanta.
would beat all 4.
Okay,
It's proven.
barely.
Yeah, still.
Barely.
What you got, Matt?
I like the NFC North and the AFC West.
AFC West top heavy. You think Raiders are going to be good or something?
Yeah, I think the Raiders actually are going to be decent.
Broncos are going to be absolutely dookie, so don't
Yeah, I
even
mean,
tell
they're
me they're
just
going
trash
to be.
for sure. But
Dude, y'all should have
Agreed.
seen. I don't know if y'all watched the first preseason game of the year. This dude, Drew Lock. Look, I know it's your first game. Somebody got to stop letting Elway pick these quarterbacks. This dude was having seizures in the pocket. This dude, wide open, streaking receivers, and this dude's underthrowing them, overthrowing them, throwing the ball away, falling down to avoid a hit in the pocket. I'm like, dude, am I watching Paxton Lynch all over again? Like, come on, is this Brock Osweiler? It was bad.
Terrible.
now they got Flacco.
It was so bad the coach came out and said, I'm not going to lie, we were honestly expecting a little more out of Drew Lock.
Well, yeah.
This
A lot
boy,
more.
This boy was bad. It was atrocious.
I'd heard Elway already talk about him, and when reporters had asked him, and he said he's nowhere near NFL ready. Stuff like that. So I'm not surprised at all by that. Now we'll slide into a different poll here. Team on the decline and team on the rise. I'll go first. I got 2 teams on the rise, the 2 Jays, Jets and Jags on the rise. Jets, obviously, with their additions on defense, and obviously the stud, Lev Bell, arguably the best RB in the league. Darnold's going to be solid. He was the highest QBR weeks 11 through 17 last year, so he came on strong towards the end of the year. I really thought they needed to go after another top receiver in free agency because they still have tons of money. Nobody's left, though, at this point. Nobody's on the trading block, really. So, but I think they're going to be on the rise. And then, obviously, Jags. They were a quarterback away from winning the Super Bowl 2 years ago. What makes you think they can't make another run this year? Leonard Fournette healthy. Nick Foles in there. Definitely a team on the rise. And my team on the decline, we just talked about them. Broncos. They're trash. Time for Elway to go.
They were bad last year,
Yeah,
though.
but they're still
They're
on
going to
the
be even
decline
worse,
even
you
more.
think?
What were they last year? 6-10, 5-11,
Probably.
I think. They'll probably go 2-14. They'll get the number 1 overall pick next year. Is my prediction.
Over
Worst
the
team?
Giants.
No, second,
The Giants suck,
No.
dude.
third. Giants, Miami, Denver. That's your
Okay.
draft order next year. Miami, you are fucked. Only one way to put it.
Hey, they got Fitzmagic. Don't put it past them.
All right, I got you here. I'm going to go my 2 teams on the rise. San Francisco,
Yeah, that's who I like, too.
the 49ers, and the Jags.
I talked about it.
Jets are going to be a lot better. And my 2 teams on the decline.
If you say Saints, I'm getting out of my chair.
Nope. 2 teams on the decline. How about the Steelers?
Ooh, yeah.
Good, solid.
No
Should've thought of
Bell,
that.
no Brown. So they're going
No
to be.
Brown, no Bell, no bacon,
That's right.
no bread.
And then my second team on the decline, the Redskins. The Redskins. The Redskins were borderline playoff last year. They missed the playoff game by another team winning.
Only because Alex Smith broke his leg. If they would have had Alex Smith, I think they would have made the playoffs. Probably.
Even with that
Their
being
defense
said,
is
I like
good.
Geis in fantasy. That's still one of the best O-lines in the league. So
Well, Trent Williams wants a trade.
I'll quit believing this freaking splitting carries with AP shit once I see it. But Matt, what you got?
2 teams on the in.
You can
on
pick one. It's hard to go with one. So I do
Yeah.
too.
Dustin took mine. I like the 49ers. That's what I was going to pick. I like them. And on the decline, dude, I like the Rams. I don't think the Rams are going to be insane like they were last year.
Me either.
Insane in the membrane.
I think Saints will beat them 9 out of 10 on a rematch. All right, let's slide into some interesting fantasy stuff. Legit number 1 overall pick. Don't tell me McCafferey. Who you got?
McCaffrey. Matt, Tell his boy how good
Until he
McCaffrey-
gets popped for
Hey.
PEDs week 4. He looks like a freaking legit muscle hamster. He has stole the nickname from Dougie. He is a fucking roid monster.
I mean, if you're going on just off of stats, why not take him? He's safer pick than Barkley.
All right, legit number 1, I'm going AK-41. Saints, Kamara. I've changed it from last week, Saquon. I'm going to not be basic. I'm going Alvin Kamara, man. The production's going to be there. Like I said, same thing with Michael Thomas earlier. I think that the Saints are going to be in a little bit closer games this year, so their stars are going to have to play a few more snaps. Their starters had the fewest amount of snaps played last year out of anybody. They had the most margin of victory, plus minus in the league. All that. So give me more production because they're going to be on the field more. And he ain't got Mark Ingram there. He's got Latavius Murray, who I don't think is a freaking piss in the wind worth a damn. So give me AK-41 number 1 overall pick. Where are y'all taking Kamara since y'all don't like him?
3.
Yeah,
3? Or you like him if you're taking him at 3 then? All right, that's fair enough. Now I'll hit y'all with a little rapid fire. We'll go pick this person or that person. I'll go last each time. I'll let y'all give y'all's. We'll rack it off quick. This is just going to be running backs. McCaffrey or Bell?
McCaffrey or Bill? McCaffrey.
Ooh.
McCaffrey or Bell? Oh, they're all going to be tough.
Damn. I like McCaffrey. Just
Ah.
because I don't know what I'm getting out of Bell yet.
I'm
He's going to
taking-
be really good for sure, but
I'm taking Bell, man. He's the best wide receiver / running back combo.
no.
He was what McCaffrey was before McCaffrey was.
Yeah,
if that
you're
makes
right.
sense. So give me Bell fresh off, had a year off. That can be good, that can be bad, but I think it's going to be a positive. And he's happy for once until they go 0-4 to start the season because they're scheduled.
Yeah, until they start losing.
Yeah. Then he's going to maybe drop off, but I don't know. Give me Bell. I'm going to be different. All right, next up, MC, McCaffrey, or Zeke?
McCaffrey.
Well, Zeke hasn't signed a contract yet, so McCaffrey.
I'm going to go McCaffrey for the same fact. All right, Devontae Adams or Mike Thomas?
Devontae Adams.
Adams.
I'm going Thomas. The man just got paid. Board man gets paid. Give me Mike Thomas. No explanation.
I take Adams because they'll be playing from behind.
Dustin
Yeah.
added a few here, and I can't even read his damn handwriting. Ertz or Kelsey? I'm going Kelsey. I got to go with the better quarterback in Mahomes.
Ertz.
Ertz is solid. Matt's obviously biased towards Ertz. He
Dude,
gets him
I
every
like
freaking year
Ertz.
in
Yeah, he's-
fantasy, and he gets 10 catches a game.
Yeah, I can't hate on Ertz. I gotta take my man.
I got to go with Kelsey, man. I've seen him go as high as 7 overall in some mocks.
Yeah, they're taking him way too early.
They're taking him wide receiver 1. Ha! All right, next up, we'll bust into tier 2 RBs. Mixon or Chubb?
Mixon.
Eh,
Had AJ Green
dude,
not
yeah.
got hurt, and had they not lost their first round draft pick, that O lineman from Alabama, I'd say Mixon would be a top 5 back this year. He's that good, like that
I had him
talented.
last
He's
year.
good.
I stole him last year. I'm going Mixon for the fact that Kareem Hunt's still going to be there when it's all said and done. So, give me Mixon even with the problems they got.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It all depends on draft price. What you gotta, how do you gotta draft Mixon?
I mean, it's
What's
the
his
question that
average?
they're both on the board and you're picking one of them. If you know you're ready for that RB2, you then got your wide receiver 1 and your running
Yeah,
back
then
1.
I'll take
And you know you
Mixon,
need
man.
RB2. Going with who?
I'm close to taking Chubb.
I will put
I'd
it-
just go
I
with
will
Chubb's
put-
Mixon.
going to be a dog in that
Yeah,
offense.
I know.
They're going to be
That's what
so
I'm saying.
scared of the play action. They're going to be so scared
I will tell you
of the
this though.
receiving corpse.
I will tell you this. Mixon has a huge upside. They got the Rams offensive coordinator as their head coach.
Yeah, true.
That's huge.
Is Gio still there, or is this dude finally gave it up?
I don't know.
Matt, you got any insight on that? Gio still there? I have no idea.
I don't know.
I haven't heard his name. All right. Mixon or Dalvin Cook?
Dalvin Cook.
Dalvin Cook, 100%.
You think?
Easily, dude. Dalvin Cook, first round talent for your fantasy draft.
You said that last year, and he had freaking.
Hey,
One of the
He
worst
sucked.
O lines in the league and a hamstring injury all
but
year.
Yeah.
after week 10,
when
Check
they
the
switched
stats.
when they switched offensive coordinators,
Check.
best yards per carry in the league.
Yes, sir.
Good to know, fantasy listeners. After week 10, Dalvin Cook, best RB in the league.
No, not the best RB, the best yards per carry.
Okay, that's pretty much correlates with best RB. If you get that many yards per carry, the touchdowns will come. They'll fall
He
in
was
line.
scoring. He did score a lot of touchdowns in the back half of the season.
All right, next up, Cook or Chubb? Obviously, you're going with Cook then.
Cook, yeah, for sure.
I was just going to start it and say rank those three in order. So, Cook, Mixon, Chubb. Got it. All right, the next tier, which is a similar tier in my opinion, probably round 3, round 4 here. James Conner or Leonard Fournette?
Fournette.
Mm.
Connor ain't.
I'm worried about the Steelers' offense this year,
I am
and
too,
I like
honestly.
I like the defenses in that division too. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
go with Fournette. I'm gonna go out on a limb.
Too.
Don't let me down, 7. It's 7 season. All right, Derrick Henry or Josh Jacobs?
Jacobs.
That's a tough one. That's two freaking bulls
It
out
depends
of
on.
Crimson. That's two Crimson Tide bred bulls.
It just depends to me on how Tennessee's going to use him this year. Are they going to do the same thing they do every year? Or are they going to actually unleash the beast?
Well, DeMarco's retired, so
Well, he was retired last year.
was he?
Yeah.
Well, shows how much I did well in fantasy football last year. I had him on my team. No, I'm kidding. I'm going Jacobs in this. I like the kid. I like the move to Oakland. I like Gruden as the OC and, well, head coach dash play caller. So I'm going to go Josh Jacobs there. Dustin, you didn't even give it a solid pick. You just contradicted yourself a little bit. Just
I'm
throw a
gonna
name.
go. I'm gonna go Jacobs.
All right, good.
But I think
I'm
they'll both be
circling
good.
these so I know y'all's in y'all's head when we do our fantasy draft. I don't know if I need to pick these boys early or what. Secretly, I'm over here scouting y'all in case y'all pick before or after me. All right, next up, Henry or Mac?
Mac.
Yeah, Marlon Mack.
Mac or Fournette?
Mack.
Fournette.
Mac or Connor?
Mac.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Y'all are high on Marlon Mack. I like the offense, obviously. Luck's got to do something besides
Yeah.
throw the ball to T.Y. Hilton 100 times a game, so...
Well,
I can get
Fournette
with
got to prove he can stay healthy throughout the season.
All right, here we go. What round you taking Todd Gurley?
First.
For sure. What about Fournette?
Second.
Second?
Probably
Ooh.
third.
Yeah, I'm probably taking him third. So
I
you
would-
take Fournette over Odell. Who else?
Dustin, it sounds
I'm
like
not big on Odell Beckham this year, like everybody else is.
I'm huge. He's getting a quarterback that's 10
Huge.
times better, and he's going to be way more happy. He literally would wake up and hate playing with Eli Manning, he said. He hated it. He literally contemplated retiring from football, how bad he hated playing for the New York Giants. Can you imagine his swagger right now in Cleveland?
I just,
Being with his best friend Jarvis Landry and freaking shotgunning beers with Baker Mayfield. And probably banging chicks, too.
I don't think
Gotta be.
that there's gonna be. Let me put it to you this way: Odell's gonna get his first, but I don't think there's gonna be enough to go around for him to be an elite top tier wide receiver. Because
Dude, I'm
Jarvis is
thinking
still
I think
catching.
20 touchdowns is elite. I'm telling you, dude. Bold take for this season. Leads the league in yards. 2,000 yards.
no,
About
calm down.
20 TDs.
I'm playing
Calm
this
down.
back.
I'm
He said
telling
the
you, dude.
Same thing last year.
Nah, I'm telling you.
He did 100% said the same thing
No, I don't
last
think I
year.
did. I'm telling you that. I'm always high on Odell. I love him. One of my favorite players in the league. No homo.
But
love him.
You got to look at this. Jarvis.
My Odell Brown's jersey will be on every Sunday.
Jarvis, he's getting his 80 catches. Njoku's going to catch 60 balls. Then you're going to have those running backs that are going to have to get theirs. Callaway's going to catch a few balls.
I look at it like this. Baker Mayfield's throwing for 4,500 yards this year.
That's easy.
Yeah, it's easy.
Dude, I'm high
So
on
you're
the
gonna have-
Browns.
Yeah, you're going to have Njoku with about 800-ish. Jarvis would ride it a Gransky. That's 1,700. All these other cats, another 1,000 or so. Where's that leave freaking Odell? 1,700 to 2,000 yards.
I don't think
20
so.
touchdowns. Baker Mayfield's throwing 35 plus TDs this year. He's throwing 15 to the field, and he's throwing 20 to Odell. I'm telling you, this kid's about to light it up. So Odell's obvious for me. Number 1 receiver. I'm going to shock the world and take him like number 5 overall just because.
I think he's going to be really good.
Yeah, I think so too. All right, next up. What round y'all taking Mark Ingram?
I'm not.
Not taking him? Is he RB1 in Baltimore? I'd say he is. Run heavy
You're
offense.
not taking Mark Ingram?
I mean, yeah, I would.
Good, leave him
definitely.
for me.
No,
I'm going to take him 4th or 5th round. Probably 5th round.
That's kind of high. I'd
Yeah,
say 5th.
I mean,
All
I'm
right.
not reaching on him by any means. By the 5th round, I should have at least 2 or 3 RBs.
Yeah. I'll take 4 RBs.
I'll take him as my RB3 if he's there in the 5th.
If he's,
All right,
if
fellas,
Mark
here's
Ingram's
a
your
good one.
legit true RB3, you have a really good chance to win the league. He's
Yeah,
getting
you do.
25 touches a game in a read option system with a good O-line.
Yeah, so he's going to have about 100 yards a game then. 4 yards a
And
carry.
at least a touchdown.
Yeah.
I mean, if Gus Edwards can perform on that level,
Buck Allen.
Buck Allen's gone.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying if he can perform on that level, though.
Yep.
All right, Kareem Hunt. When y'all taking him?
In the last round.
The last round?
Probably around that.
Dude,
Y'all
he's
think he's gonna make it
suspended
that
for
far?
10 games, ain't he?
8.
8?
Oh, I'm stashing him.
I'm
He's
not
sitting at the very
stashing
end.
him for 8
I'm taking
games.
him. I'm taking him
They
after my
love-
team's filled.
They
After
love
my
Chubb.
starters are filled, I'm taking him as my number 1 reserve.
They love Chubb.
I also
taking
love
a-
a guy with 2,000 yards.
I'm taking
All right,
a different
here's a
route
good
in
one.
fantasy this year.
LaShawn McCoy.
I'm definitely not taking McCoy. I don't even want him.
You wouldn't stash him as your RB5, though?
I'm not even putting him on my bench.
He's still Shady McCoy,
no,
bro.
he's not.
Okay, what is he? Sonny McCoy?
No,
All right. What is he?
he's a free. He should be a damn. He's a free agent
retired?
in my fantasy league.
free agent my league. All right. How high y'all picking Jared Cook?
Well,
7th round.
I'm not gonna say how high I'm taking him. I'm taking him once the top 4 tight ends are off the board and he's what's left. Before I fall into getting a trash ass tight end.
I'm never the guy to pick the top tight end first. I never picked the first tight end for some reason.
I made the huge mistake last year and I'll never make it again. I will never pick a tight end in the first 3 rounds and I will never pick a quarterback in the first 3 rounds. I will take Baker Mayfield this year.
Oh, I want Mayfield
and late,
for sure.
whenever. I'll take him once the top 5 go because I know he's 6'7" in my opinion this year.
Just to touch on what you just said a second ago, and my new strategy for fantasy this year. First time I'm ever going to do this. I think I would pick LaShawn McCoy in the 9th round or so, if he's still there, because they added wide receivers. They added John Brown. They added Cole Beasley. Zay Jones is coming back. That Robert Foster dude that was a dog at the end of last season. Josh Allen is going to be better this year. The O-line's good. Why not?
I don't know. I just
I'll
can't. I
take him.
can't get behind it. Dude.
And he's got the potential to get traded at the deadline.
I agree. I'll stash him late, but it's going to have to be
And then
crazy late.
my new fantasy strategy. So every year I draft my starting lineup, draft like 1 or 2 reserves, and then I start drafting these players that are like, this dude's got a chance to be amazing. This year, instead of drafting 5 chances to be amazing, I'm going to draft 2 more. Okay, they're going to get me 14 points a game. And then I'm going to draft these amazing people. I always go straight from my starters to these. Okay, well, Christian Kirk's going to be amazing, although he's going to be a dog this year.
We talked about him last week. We gave a sleeper at each position. Wide receiver, running back, and tight end. My sleeper tight end was that number 8 overall, that cat out of Iowa.
Noah Font
Yeah, I like him.
or TJ Hawkinson.
No, Hawkinson for the Lions. All right, guys, we'll wrap it up with football there, though. That's it for this week. We'll slide into baseball and be real brief with it. One day after the show last week, we had a lot of questions of where some of the big-name free agents were going to go, or trade deadline, not free agents. Mainly the pitchers, and the number one and the only move that really matters at this point was Zach Greinke to the Astros.
Yeah, made them the best team easily.
GG, overkill, whatever you want to call it. Greinke to the Astros, that's a move.
This boy Greinke said last night after the game, after he gave up 5 earned runs.
That's it? I thought he got dinged for more than that.
This boy really said, our offense is too good. I can't get in a rhythm.
They're keeping him off the field too long. I could agree with that. Matt, you pitched a lot in your career. Yeah.
I mean, that's something you got to get used to. You can't hate
gotta
on
go,
run support,
You got to
bro.
go. You got to go to the bullpen during the middle of an inning because your damn team's putting up 5 runs. They're batting around the lineup. I could see it being hard. I mean, especially coming from the D-backs who are absolute garbage.
That's something I would like to get used to, though.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I would like it, but as a pitcher, I didn't. I'd like to just keep going.
Yeah, momentum. He did do bad in his first start, but I mean,
I like to walk off the
caught the
field
dub.
and grab my crotch and stuff in between innings. Like, I'm that dude.
Oh, really?
That's
yeah.
what I
You like
used
to
to do.
stick your hands under your armpits and smell them after each inning?
Nope.
Like, oh, I'm freaking on it today. I'm sweating,
No.
sweating balls.
But when I threw him that sidearm,
I remember when Dustin
curveball.
started throwing sidearm, I wanted to slap him in the face.
they couldn't hit it.
His boy completely re-engineered his pitching style because he gained a little weight.
Hey,
No, I'm messing.
they couldn't hit it. That
Nah,
curveball
it
is
was.
unhittable.
I'd hit it 360 probably.
I'll never forget
I'd probably
the-
drop it in the donkey cage.
the coach comes up and he's like, I'm like, man, I could throw a way better curveball sidearm than Johnson. And he's like, no, you can't. And I'm like, yeah, I can. Give me one throw. This boy calls up a batter. He's like, throw one curveball sidearm. Throw this curveball. This boy's like, yep, I want you throwing sidearm from now on. Let's throw a couple more. Johnson, give him your glove. This boy, I'm walking across to clean up the field, day before the playoff game against St. Michael's, and this dude's like, throw a couple. I just want to watch you. So I throw a couple, and then I go home, and my dad's like, well, how was practice? I was like, this dude had me throwing sidearm today.
He was pissed.
He's like, what? You've been throwing over the top your whole life. He's not changing to this and that, this and that. Well, next day we go to the playoff game. We're losing 11-0. This dude's like, hey, go get loose. I'm like, all right, sweet. So I go down there. I'm throwing over the top in the bullpen. I'm like, all right, let me in this playoff game. Let me in this playoff game. 3 up, 3 down right here. Easy work. I go in. He comes to the mound. He's like, all right, you ready? I want you throwing sidearm. Show me what you got.
You did it?
Yep.
You got
Struck
dinged?
out the first batter I ever faced. Next dude did a wall banger. Dude, when I struck him out,
It is St. Michael's, though.
Look,
number one. They were number one, right?
Yeah, number one in the state. This dude's in the dugout. He sees me strike this dude out. I look over there, and he's like, he's nodding his head up and down. He's like, I got one more year with this boy throwing sidearm. And and then the next batter hits it off the wall, and then he's standing with his arms folded in the dugout.
He's like, over the top. He's yelling from the dugout.
Yep.
Just don't let it go over the fence, and we're good.
Then I get another strikeout, and then he comes out and he's like, "Hey, you done good. I like what I saw, but we're gonna let Brady get this one out because I have a feeling we're not gonna score off this guy coming in, and I want Brady to finish the game. He's a senior." I was like, "Fair enough."
Fair enough. All right, baseball. Next thing. Question: will Yelich hit 60 home runs?
No.
He's got 39
He'll
with
be
50.
in the 50s.
He's got 39 with 50 games remaining.
I'll give him mid-50s.
What if he jumps on a hot streak like he's on now? He's hit 3 in the last 2 games. I think he hit 2 and 1
that's
last
still
night.
a lot of dingers.
21 more dingers
The better
and 50
question
more
is
games.
Will
That's a
Acuna? Will Acuna hit 40?
How many's he got?
A 23-year-old to hit 40 bombs.
Acuna's
Hey,
solid.
man.
22-year-old.
Christian got to go watch him the other day, and he said he was most looking forward to him. He said that's a hype. That's a hype kid. Like, outside of the game, off the field, like camera-wise, he's freaking hyping the players up. Led off the game with a double the other night.
This dude hit a walk-off home run. Not a walk-off home run. A walk-off single the other night. I don't know if you know, but Acuna speaks 0 English. He tries, but he can't do it. This boy, his best friend's Ozzy Albies, and they have it playing. They're going to be Braves until they retire. They don't want to play anywhere else. They're best friends. Like, everything is about them two. Well, Ozzy Albies interpreted Acuna's post-game press conference.
That's funny.
He translated, not interpreted. Translated it.
All right, shout out to my boy Yuli Gurriel. 8 RBIs today. That boy never ceases to amaze me. He's hit
Yeah,
he's hit 5 grand slams this year.
he's shocking me. I mean, I was down on him.
He
But,
hit
I mean,
5 grand slams.
but-
So far this year.
Damn,
I was
that's pretty
so
impressive.
That's
I was
20
so
RBIs.
Yeah.
All 5 hits.
I'm still a Ulieski Gurriel hater because
You hate the pineapple top.
how can you not hit in a lineup like that? You're the guy that they have no choice but to pitch to.
Yeah, I can attest to that, but Yuli's that guy this year. Astros are on a crash collision course to a World Series, if you ask me. Any analyst you ask, even Mark Teixeira said his own beloved Yankees don't have a chance in hell, was his exact words, of beating them in a best-of-7 in a ALCS.
I really feel bad.
They have 3 of the top 10 pitchers in the MLB right
I really
now.
feel bad for the Yankees,
That's tough.
to be honest. I'm lying. I don't feel bad for them bitches. Screw them.
Man, they've
Screw
had
them.
some bad injuries this past couple weeks. They've been freaking falling back off the map again.
Yep, Gleyber
With
Torres
injuries.
got lost last night, too.
Voit.
Voigt.
Yeah, but Voigt took a pitch to the face.
No, that
Yeah.
ain't why he's on the injured list.
It's like a
Oh,
groin
Got
or
the
something
same
like that.
thing Judge had, an oblique
Oh,
strain.
God.
Yep. Giancarlo, don't know when he's coming back.
All right, who's this cat y'all been talking about, old Bo Boy?
Bo Bichetti, boy.
Bo Bichetti.
This
Does he
dude-
carry around a machete?
No,
Is it machete or machete?
it's Bichetti. Bochetti.
Okay.
Look, this dude got some flow. He got some long hair. And he's a beast. He plays shortstop.
Oh, right up my alley. You sure it ain't me out there?
Yeah, you
And
can't.
I'm just here on, see if he's playing right now. I bet he's not at the game. Bet
He's-
money
well,
he's not on the field right
he's
now.
played 11 career games now, and he's got a hit in every one of them. He's had like 7 multi-hit games.
That's impressive. Him or the kid that Marlins just called up? I heard that kid's solid too.
I don't know. J.P. Crawford?
No, Diaz or something like that. The kid Marlins just called up. He's like the top prospect in
Oh.
baseball.
No, he's weak. I thought you said Mariners. I was about to say J.P. Crawford sucks. No, he's weak. I'll tell you
Alright.
the best one.
Who?
Really, no lie. Fernando Tatis.
Got to
That
be
ain't even
from the
close.
Braves. No, I'm
No,
kidding.
Fernando Tatis. I wish.
Well, yeah, he's
You
not
know
a
you're a
prospect
beast.
anymore.
You
Though
know
he's,
you're a
he's
beast
already
when
in
you when you walk in and you say, "Yeah, Machado moved to third base. I got this."
yeah, that kid's a dog. I watched him make a stop at shortstop
he's
and throw
three-
the other night.
He's 3 for 3 right now as we speak
He's
with a
solid.
bomb.
He is a top prospect, rookie of the year
Yeah.
for sure.
Uh,
It's NL.
no, they're gonna give it to Pete
Alonso.
Alonso.
Polar
Mr.
Bear Pete.
Get it.
Mister, let me hit 30 home runs and hit 250 instead of giving it to the guy who's hitting 330. With
He's hitting 330.
yeah,
He was hurt a lot of the season, though, so.
he missed like 5 weeks.
God.
Dude, missing 5 weeks, that's a lot.
That's it. Let me see.
Yeah,
a
it's
lot
like
of
saying
games,
Yordi
son.
Alvarez for the Astros is hitting a true 342.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, they're not.
true.
It's not.
He's hitting 330.
And Yordi's hitting 342.
Yordi Alvarez?
Yeah,
He ain't hitting no 340.
he is hitting 342.
No, he ain't.
Maybe 345 after today. Go look.
Is he really?
Yeah, fact check me. See what we're at.
Yeah, he's hitting 348.
348?
Damn.
Yeah.
That boy's
Look at the
raking.
Astros, though, how they have 6
He
people in
is
their lineup that are going to
bro.
end the season over 300.
How many-
And Bregman on top of that, 6.
They have one player hitting 300 right
I'm
now.
saying 6 that are going to end the season. There's like 3 guys right at 290 something. Springer's going to be over 300.
Oh,
and
they got 2 guys. Brantley's hitting 322.
yeah, Brantley, Altuve's about to
told
go. Altuve's going back over 300. Correa's about to go back over 300. Yuli, Yordi, and Springer. That's 6 guys that are going to hit over 300. With not even counting Bregman, who's going to drop 40 bombs.
Let's see. Bregman won't make it. Correa won't make it.
Correa will make it. He's been slashing.
Altuve's probably going to make it.
Easily. All right, but we'll move out of that. Last but not least, I'll cover the UFC real quick. This past weekend, we had a good title contention fight. Colby Covington versus Robbie Lawler. Covington went out there and absolutely blasted this man. He had the Trumps in the building. Shouted him out after the fight. Got booed hardcore. But it was a good damn fight for Covington, that is. Robbie Lawler looked like just absolutely scared for his life. Covington threw over 500 strikes in that fight, most I've ever seen. Might be the most ever in a fight, period. 20 takedown attempts in a fight, 10 successful, most I've ever seen by far, and just absolutely bashed him to a 50-45 unanimous decision. So he won all 5 rounds. Covington, that sets him in line 100% for the title shot against Kamaru Fake Newsman. Called him out after the fight.
Marty Fake Newsman.
Oh, man, it was hilarious, dude. He told him after the fight, he said, you ought to learn from Matt Hughes, Robbie Lawler. Matt Hughes got in a train accident, got hit by a freaking train. And this boy went this deep. He gave this many fucks. He said, you ought to learn from your partner, Robbie Lawler. Or he called him Junior. That's what he called Lawler, Junior. He said, you ought to learn from your good buddy Matt Hughes. Stay off the train tracks when the train's coming through. It don't matter if it's the Trump train or the Kobe train. Get the fuck off the tracks. And had the whole crowd like booing him all this. It was funny though.
That boy had Trump's kids at the game.
Yeah, he's legit in with him, dude. Like they love him.
Dude,
He's a true American, bro.
He
People
told
are
that
hating
dude,
on him, but he
"Wouldn't
really
you
is.
love
He's an
anybody-
ex-soldier. He's always giving shout-outs to the military. First thing he does after the fights, shouts out the Trumps, shouts out the servicemen and women. Every time. After he absolutely destroys people and has never lost a UFC fight and still has not got a title shot. Complete bullshit. Why do you think he don't get a title fight? Because ESPN took over UFC, their rights to all their shows, and they don't want a Trump supporter fighting for a title. Come on now. But now it's inevitable. They got to give him the shot. Kamaru Usman's the champion. Tyron Woodley's being a bitch, so Covington's up there. He's about to go smash. Usman's a dog, but I don't know, man. I'm taking Covington all the way. In other news, we have a fight this weekend. It's all right. Women's flyweight championship. Bullet Valentina Shevchenko is going to fight Liz Carmouche for the second time. Shevchenko's absolutely going to destroy her because that's the baddest bitch on the planet aside from Nunes. So that's a given there with Shevchenko. Put your bank account on it. If it's not ridiculous, probably a minus 600 favorite. So don't do what I just said. And then next week, we're all waiting for it. August 17th. Freaking Daniel Cormier, Stipe, Nate Diaz versus Anthony Pettis. Yoel Romero versus Paulo Costa. It's going to be a hell of a fight. Maybe the best card of the year. But we'll be ready for that. Still waiting on McGregor news. We've heard a lot coming up. He's either fighting 1 or 3 people, all depending on how the next 2 fights go. UFC 241, he could possibly fight Diaz, Pettis winner. Most likely going to be Diaz. And then UFC 242, Khabib Poirier is going to fight the winner. That's what they're saying. So look for a comeback for McGregor late 2019, early 2020. 100% guarantee. Or go slap the head off of Mayweather, please. I would much rather see that because the trash talking's much better when he fights a little pee-pee head Mayweather, a little pewty head Mayweather. And I figure he could touch him up a little more this time.
One more quick thing. Mayweather, will he fight Pacquiao again?
No, hell no, he's
camp?
scared.
No, you don't want it.
Pacquiao just dusted Keith Thurman, who is freaking undefeated. And he's 40-something years old, dusting it. Mayweather does not want to fight Pacquiao. I guarantee you that. He ain't willing to risk it. No amount of money can make him fight Pacquiao again and risk his 50-0, 51-0, whatever it is. Fake-ass record, fake-ass news, Mayweather. But all right, guys, we'll wrap it up there. Thanks for listening, everybody. Go check the podcast out. Like and subscribe on YouTube, iTunes, SoundCloud, all over the place, and go check out our sponsor Legend Gear and Apparel at legendgear.co. Use discount code LND10 and we'll see everyone next week.